Hello, my friends. So, if today's birth date, August the 11th, is your birth date, this is a reading for you for this year. It is a four-card pull, a general energy card, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or a synopsis card of what does this all mean, or is there some kind of mile marker or signpost you'll experience. So the general energy card of the year is agape, and agape um, asks us, instead of devoting all of our focus and attention to ourselves, what if we put service to others at the forefront? What if we put service to a higher spirit at the forefront? What if we put service to a greater sense of God, Goddess, all that is, Creator, uh, ever-changing mystery, sacred union, whatever you want to call it? What if we put our energies toward that? Agape asks us those questions about how do we become less self-centered and more selfless. How do we become more friendly to others? Agape is a root of friendliness to others, service to others, support of others, and in the process, are we healed? Are we helped? Are we served? Are we enlightened? And it's that simple recognition that I think can drive many of us to very powerful places in our world, in our souls, and in our world that make great changes and great healing work happen. So, on some level this year, you're going to face those moments where you can step out of your own pain and your own focus on your own problems and find those places that transcend time, that transcend limitation, that transcend self, and offers one up to the great giving and receiving that the universe has to give to us, and takes us thereby and therefore to our places of growth and change on a personal soul level and on the world soul level. So, what is your challenge this year? Well, the challenge is the Four of Swords, and so this is the challenge. This card is normally talks about being able to take a well-deserved mental rest, a little break from thinking so much, the willingness to put one's swords down, that have to think about things and analyze things and figure out things and make things happen in the way that you wish to make them happen through your mind and through analysis and through your communications and through all the work you do. So the challenge is to give your mind a rest. The challenge is to put down your swords that think you have to understand and analyze everything and do it now and make it happen now and set your boundaries now and protect yourself now and move forward in the world now, when it seems like you would be better served by laying down in a quiet place and shutting your mind off, or going into some deep meditation, or going into some practice that gives you a retreat. And so your challenge is to retreat. And what is the Swan card? Is your action to take. And the swan is really kind of that sense of transformation, the great story about the ugly duckling becoming the swan. What more does it talk about except for us losing our fears, our angers, our self-doubts, our negative judgments, going through the whirlpool of life and transformation, and coming out the other side as beautiful swans, white, pure, clean, whole, understanding of the process of what it takes, the sense of forgiveness that it takes to get to these places of great grace and great change and great transformation. So, what does that say? Well, your action to take is to allow yourself to be easier in your flow, to be more relaxed in your mind, to not think you have to judge everything and call everything something in order to heal it. Sometimes you can let go of judgments. Sometimes you can just change the old judgments into more positive framings, into more positive words, into more positive thoughts, into more uplifting senses of self. Oftentimes that says, bring it out of your darkness, bring your trauma out of your darkness. But you don't see those traumas until you can go into the places of quiet. So you have to go into the place of quiet in order for you to hear what is really bothering you down deep, and not, be superficially led off into other directions because your mind says it wants to go this way and it wants to avoid what your real pain might be. So that is the service to yourself. That is also the service to others, is to allow yourself the grace to help others by helping yourself, by healing yourself. And maybe it's this one of helping others to come to that place, because the end card is this beautiful card that says, well, not only will you heal yourself, but you'll take your energy out and your understandings out, and you will send them to others, and you will gift them to others, and it will become the way that you speak, and it will become the way that you love, and it will become the way that you heal in the world, and it will become the message of your soul that you want to put out in front of you, and that you want to feed you from all directions, and that you want to give back to the world. A positive message, a great healing, a great sense of trusting in the path to one's evolution, a great sense of not needing to push the river, push the thought, get stuck in one's mind, get stuck in one's judgment, and be in that. Again, the mind is a powerful vehicle for understanding and growth, but we can't just be in the mind, because the mind is limited. It has to be bound with our intuition, balanced with our intuition, balanced with the understanding of what our bodies can do, balanced with the willpower of our fire energies to say, well, I'm willing to do this, but I'm not willing to do that. All of those are the four directions that we need to balance in our lives, and to let go of the mind as the fundamental thing that we need to work with, and find more ways to be in our body, in our water, and our emotions and intuitions, and in our passion that can drive us to a more sacred and spiritual place with our fire, and in our bodies that can dance more easily when we're listening to our hearts, and doing the things that we like to do and love to do and are fed by, rather than sitting in our negativity all the time. And then balance with the mind that can then think more clearly, have more time for respite, and bring more clarity to the witness point, and the sense of knowing what it wants to do, how it wants to do it, and how it can attain its spiritual will. So this is a year of great power and change if you allow yourself to take a rest. Allow yourself to take a rest with love at your heart, with agape, with care about yourself and care about others at your heart, and allow yourself to thereby, when you do that, change in your right time, in your right place, at your right pace, and be able to give that healing to others along the way. Ahom Mutakuyasin, blessed be.